Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who all in this truth from and who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the rest of the elect. Unto you I say shalom. Coming to you back with another Let's Do the Spirit. Now I'm entitled this one, Pride Comes Before the Fall. Because you see that majority of the people up on the planet Earth, especially here in America, these Americans, these Babylonians, that have become puffed up because either their job situation, their career, maybe they so-called made it in this society. Maybe they achieved the so-called American dream with the white picket fence, the family, the kids, the dogs, the boat, the RV. Then you have people that are proud as all hell because they haven't been really told how to really conduct themselves. And even if you tell them, hey, this is how you're supposed to behave, speaking about our people, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're proud as all hell because they think that they already got it. Like these so-called Christians that believe they already been saved. So, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them anything about the scriptures because they already claim that, they've been saved. And then you have these red-blooded Edomites that have that mindset that they're never going to be taken down, that America is going to continue on forever. And really, everybody's under that same vibration of being proud and haughty because ultimately who's in rulership? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. But we know that just as these people are moving under that same vibration of Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, they're going to fall just along with them. Because right now they're so-called comfortable, they got their jobs, their careers, their stock portfolios, their gold and silver. So really you can't tell these people shit. But when they lose all of that so-called wealth overnight, when Esau, Edom crashes the system, then they're really going to feel it. Then they're going to really feel what it's like to be at the bottom. But ultimately, they're not going to be stable because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not dealing with them. He's not dealing with majority of these people, these 2/3 Jakes. He's not dealing with these Edomites, these heathen nations. So really, in that day, the roles are going to be reversed because right now, you got the hopeful elect, humbling themselves, being meek, taking whatever Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has given them in each believer's lot. And then you have the dumb believers that are proud as all hell. You can't tell them shit, thinking that they're never going to be judged. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is about to reverse those roles real soon. And he's doing it now. Because, these people, they're proud as all hell. The economy's collapsing, but yet they're still moving here, proud as all hell, even as these homeless people. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And that's what's about to happen. These people are being led to the slaughter. They're being led to destruction. Because these people just move like in that YOLO. I don't care. Don't tell me what to do. You only live once. I'm living my best life. Especially our people, the 2/3 of Jake that are just full on set to do iniquity, to do wickedness. And when that MOTB, that micro CHIP gets made mandatory, it's going to be nothing for these people to take it because they've grown accustomed to the ways of America, Babylon the Great, that whole instant gratification lifestyle, and ultimately that leads to really these people moving proudful, because if they was really to humble themselves, you know that, ultimately delayed gratification is the best way. But since everybody's under the vibration of Esau, Edom, they're moving in that same manner of, I want it now. You can't tell me shit. I'm never going to be brought down. So all these Americans, these Babylonians, and wherever these proud ass people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, they're about to be humbled very soon. Especially these women. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. So that's that contrast between these proud ass people, these Americans, these Babylonians, these women, these 2/3 Jakes, and even Israelites that know that they're Israelites. Those are the circumcision that think that they already got it, that claim to keep the law 100%, moving under that same vibration of Esau, Edom, thinking that their shit don't stink. And then you got the hopeful elect that are humbling themselves under Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, knowing that our time of being exalted is not now, that ultimately, Lord willing, will be a part of that number. Will be exalted in due time, because Yahweh Shai hasn't even got his glory on this side, on the earth. So why the hell would we want to be exalted now? Yeah, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is gonna shine. He's gonna make known who are his elect, but ultimately it's all about Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, and these people move completely contrary to that. They move with their own agenda, celebrating their birthdays, celebrating all these pagan holidays because of that pride. But Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is about to show what happens to those who are prideful. This is Matthew 23 and verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. So right now, majority of the world, they're exalting themselves. You got social media, Instagram, TikTok. People let these followers and all this fame and notoriety on this side, they let that get to their heads, and now they're all puffed up, especially these women. Esau Edom thinks that he's never going to be brought down, along with these 2/3 Jakes. So really these people, they're already ready to just fall, because you can't tell them shit. But when this social media, this internet grid goes down, people are about to get hit with reality. All these streamers, these YouTubers that have made a living off of getting the attention of all these people. And then you have the elect that are humbling themselves right now. They're going to be exalted in the very near future, because Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is going to make known who his chosen are, who his elect are, while the rest of these 2/3 in the world and these heathens, they're about to be exposed for being phonies. They're not going to have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in that day. They're going to be bugging out, not knowing what to do. But not the elect. The elect are going to be raised with that standard in that day, because ultimately they humble themselves under Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. They ain't make the ministry about themselves and, oh yeah, I want to be the top guy. No, ultimately it's all about serving Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. It says, this is James chapter 4 and verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. And that's what the hopeful elect are doing. We're not out here making this truth, this ministry about ourselves, like these other camps that are pushing that agenda to, want to be the top guy. They want to be the high priest. They want to be this. They want to be the general. They want to be the commander. Instead of humbling yourself under Yahweh Bashmiel Shai so he can exalt you in due time. But majority of these Jakes in the world, these heathens, really these heathens don't even matter, but these Jakes, these 2/3, they want that fame now. They want that glory now. And okay, Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to give it to them. He's like, okay, you want this glory, you want this fame, this vain glory, and here you can have it. But it's a corruptible crown. And really, then, this shit is crumbling. All these celebrities are being exposed, the Diddys, the Kanyes, along with these Israelites that know that they're Israelites, these false doctrine camps. They're being exposed as well. And really, the only ones who are going to be standing are the true men of Yahweh Shemel Shai, his true prophets, his servants. And at that day, they're going to be exalted through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. So in due time, and that due time is almost here, because it's being made evident that the system's collapsing, that all these proud ass people that have been proud for all their lives, that pride is being brought down. But how much more when his economy collapses, the system collapses, all these worldly accolades that their people set all their eggs, all their eggs in that basket, it's about to be done away with very soon. And really, Yahweh Shemel Shah is about to show who's been storing up his treasures in heaven, while who has been storing those treasures up on earth. It's going to be made evident in the very near future. This is Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 12. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And that's majority of the planet Earth, especially here in Babylon, the Great America. These people, these Babylonians, move carelessly. You see them driving crazy on the highway, eating McDonald's and fast food, thinking that their health's never going to be affected. But that's the spirit of Babylon the Great, that do as thou wilt, moving carelessly like you're never going to be touched or judged. Just like like America, the virgin daughter of Babylon, it really hasn't suffered no calamity like that. But that's how these people are about to be touched, because these people are proud as all hell, because bombs haven't went off over here, really haven't got invaded like that. But that day's about to come very soon, and these people are about to be humbled in an instant. It says Psalms 34 and verse 18. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So that's who Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to deliver, is going to keep in these great evil times where we're coming into, Jacob's trouble, martial law, World War III. While the rest of these people, these 2/3 Jakes and the heathens, Yahweh Shemel Shai is not going to keep them, because these people, they're not contrite, they're not of a broken mind, broken spirit. They're not in that mindset of this place to go down and wanted to get the hell up out of here. No, instead, these people want this shit to continue. And that's why Yahweh Shemel Shai is about to bring this place down, because these people are in that mindset of Esau, Edom, thinking that it's never going to be brought down. This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So this is what's coming to the prideful of the world, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. They're gonna be prideful, thinking that they don't need Yahweh Shemel Shai, Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because they don't want to humble down and trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai and have faith. So they're gonna take that charagma, they're gonna take that micro-sehib, because they think that they got it and they know everything. But this was about to happen to the prideful, of these Babylonians, these Americans. They're going to get hit with missiles over in the land of Babylon the Great. But that's pretty much the point. I pray this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Shemel Shai, Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, following this truth from the rule well. Peace and salutation.